Alright guys, so check it out here. This is what we got. I finally got this thing up in the driveway. It was actually a challenge to do. Just for the fact that the main problem with this car is this front tire area. You can see it's totally smashed backwards, and it took me quite a while to get a spare tire on there, as the existing rim looks like hit a curb, big rock. Who in the hell knows, but it's pretty screwed. Anyway, so I was going to challenge this. I guess before we get started here, what I want to, I will give it a quick look over here in a second, but I want plenty of comments down on the bottom here of the screen of what you think and what I'm doing here. So that'll be much appreciated. One way we're going to tackle this car is through junkyards, offer up, and Craigslist. So whatever you can possibly get, or I can possibly get here, which I have already. So normally when you have a situation like this, you want to replace absolutely everything in here. I already did an inspection of the subframe. The subframe's perfectly fine. All the suspension components actually absorbed the hit, but it crunched up. So you want to replace everything, even wheel bearings, because hey, it took a hit. Most likely there's going to be something wrong. So it's going to be a pretty easy repair. I mean, we got some damage here on the quarter panel. Not quarter panel, the front fender here. But it's not a big deal. A lot of this I'm going to knock out and buff out, and then repaint some of these areas here, along here as well. So it's not a real big deal. I'm not too worried about the body. But let me show you the parts I got. So I went out to the junkyard and got the whole front end on this side of the car here. So I just took everything off as one piece. We're going to use it all. And then of course I was able to pick up for $300, believe it or not, 2015 rims and tires that we're going to put on this car. So $300 is a steal, and they're going to look really good on this car. The only factor I had with this car is it sits up real high. As you guys probably know, there's quite a bit of gap. So I kind of came up with a solution for that too. Found something off of Offer Up here. I got some, I think there are SR Performance lowering springs. So that should actually fix that problem. Now you're probably looking here. It says Mustang GT. If I look around here, the back badge as well, it says GT. And of course it's got dual exhaust, and they're flow mufflers, and they're fully custom. So unfortunately these are really loud. This is the first time you're ever going to hear me say that, but this is going to be a girl's car, so I don't think she's going to like the noise too much until later on in life, hopefully. But you know, they got some vinyl stickers here, Mustang GT, which is kind of sacrilegious in my opinion, because this car is a V6. You know, unfortunately, I think it would be crazy for me to give my daughter a V8 at this point, just learning how to drive. So she can learn on this car and hopefully graduate to a V8 at some point. And if she still wants to keep this car, I'll be more than happy to put a V8 in it. Let's get a quick look around. The car's body is pretty straight. There's a dip back here that I'm going to pull out. I'm going to PDR this guy out. Shouldn't be a big deal. There's some hell dents here and there. I don't know if they're real noticeable because it's white, but there's one here. And there's a couple there on the top there. And a few on the hood. Not a big deal. I should be able to pop those up from the bottom side. I guess the other issue here is back here on the spoiler and then the trunk lid. The clear coat's peeling off of these. These are not vinyl stripes. Someone actually took the time and actually got these professionally painted, except they use shitty clear coat. So we'll fix that, no big deal. Here's what the car's going to look like on this side. I already got the new rims on here. Let me show you the inside real quick. It's fairly clean, but we're going to make it a whole lot cleaner. You can tell it's fairly clean. The seats, I'm going to pull them out and do what we do on this channel and clean them up. I'm going to replace everything here. Of course, they took the radio. Looks like they had a fancy radio in here, which I'm going to put eventually, but I end up getting a factory radio for this. on the junkyard for 25 bucks. And so we'll pop that back in here for the time being while she's training on this car first. And getting used to everything before I put some type of huge screen in here, and hopefully it doesn't distract her, you know. And of course, in Mustang fashion, in this model, this material always comes off, starts peeling off. But do you know what that means? And you've seen it, if you follow my channel, we've done this on the Lexus. We fix this stuff easily, and I have a lot of material left over. So they did me a favor. In the trunk, they left templates for me to use. So I got the templates, and then here's my leftover material from the Lexus build. And so that should be a pretty easy fix, to be honest with you. So let me show you underneath the hood real quick. The latch here. There we go. For being a high mileage car, this engine is extremely clean. You know, it still has the stickers here on the side. They don't even look worn or weathered or nothing. It's pretty awesome. Of course, it is a V6, and it is a high mileage car, but I'm not too worried about it. As one of the reasons why I buy a Mustang is American, and by now, all the parts for this car are very cheap. So, of course, we're going to have to get a new battery. That thing is dead as a doornail, unfortunately. I'll lower this down real quick. Looks like all fluids have been changed, which is good. Another good thing too is it's got brand new front brakes and cross-drilled rotors already, so that's pretty cool. That's just surface rust. That's what happens when it's sitting over time. But this front bumper is going to need some addressing, so what we do on this channel as well is we're going to restore these headlights. They're kind of, I'm not sure what's even on them, or they're just crusted, who knows. And to fix this grill, they have the GT grill on here. And the fog lights are supposed to, I'm not totally sure if they're in there or someone painted them. I have no clue, but I'm going to have to look deep into this and maybe replace them and make them work, because as far as I know, I didn't see a switch inside the car, so they might have like a manual switch somewhere. So I'm going to have to kind of look for that. We'll touch up the bumper some. Looks like here they tried to fix something and it didn't turn out too well. But all this can be fixed. I mean, we can re-vinyl all this stuff it needed. Of course, these lights are pretty screwed up. But we're going to realign this bumper, get it all cleaned up, make it nice and neat, because that's what we do on this channel. So, give me some comments below what you think. Is this a good first car for a teenager? You know, I got some time to fix this up. She's still not ready to drive, so plenty of time this year to kind of get everything going. But I really want to get your thoughts. I really want her to have a Mustang first, and not the, as my wife wanted to do, is give her the BMW. Alright, I wanted to pause here for a second. I told you that I wasn't going to talk too much on this video, but the thing is I wanted to kind of show you when I talked about having to replace every suspension component in this area. Let me show you what happened in here and what's typical. Usually it's the lower control arm that will crush first, and it's absorbed by the big bushing here in the back. Usually it absorbs all the energy, which is good because that protects the subframe. But if you can tell here, let me see if I can get the camera in position, but maybe here you can tell how bent this guy is. I mean, it's not supposed to look that way. It's extremely bent. And then here's the steering knuckle, or the hub, whatever you want to call it. And it's hard to tell, but it's here where it's connected to the strut. And this thing is extremely curved. You know, it takes a lot of force to do that, of course, but that's what I'm saying. You know, be prepared to, you know, replace everything. And everything that could happen is the strut. It can actually bend on the inside, your piston. can actually be in the inside. You won't be able to notice it. Another thing to tell here on this car, here's the sway bar, and here's the sway bar link here, and then it connects this way. Now this sway bar link is supposed to be perfectly up and down here. It should be able to show up from here to here. You can tell how far this guy is off. So, and of course I can't test the wheel bearing because it's pretty locked up, so I'm going to have to take all this apart, of course, and rebuild it. But we have a new one, so that's the reason why I got the whole hub assembly all together from the junkyard, because it's the best way to go and the cheapest way to do it. So we'll keep on going. We're going to break this all down and we'll replace it with the new stuff we got from the junkyard, and we should be good. Alright, so check it out. I think we're finally done here with this video. I'm going to give you a quick tour of the car and how it kind of finished out here. We repaired the front fender and repainted it. Took off the Mustang GT labels, of course. Put these rims on. They're off of 2015 Mustang. We replaced the front grille and the fog lights here, made them functional. We still got some work and some color matching to do for the front bumper here since it's tore up. Not a big deal. But here it kind of looks like on this side here with these rims. Looks pretty good. I'll show you what we did on the inside. So we cleaned up the door panels, put new interior on there. I just added this chrome trim here to kind of hold it in. Came out pretty good. Kind of matches and it's still soft. We did the same thing on the Lexus IS300 door panels. The same material, leftover stuff. Same procedure. The only thing is if you have a Mustang, there's like a cardboard piece. Well, not a cardboard piece, but it's like a fabric piece here. And that's the whole problem with the door panel actually peeling off from you. You actually have to take that piece off and go down to plastic if you're going to repair this, okay? So we shampooed and steam cleaned all the seats. They came out really good. Almost look new. Of course, we replaced this piece here, which is always an issue on these Mustangs. They get torn up too. We put the radio in. Did some custom painting on this piece and this piece. They tend to look worn out, but everything looks very clean. Very happy the way it came out. Now, unfortunately, I still can't test drive this car. This car still has one big major issue, which is a bummer, and it'll be on an upcoming video here soon. Also, we replaced the suspension. I should have a video coming up here shortly on that as well, so stay tuned. But seriously, all seriousness, I really like your opinion. I mean, is this a good first car for a teenage girl? You know, hopefully someone will chime in here and hopefully I get your thoughts. So anyway, thanks for joining me on this one, and stay tuned to the next one.